Story time on how these kids got caught doing the boombayah in my school bathroom. Okay, so boom, this all started literally yesterday. I was in my class, sitting, being a normal student. Well, in this class, this is my third period, and we just got back from lunch, whatever, just cool. I sit next to these two people for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna name drop, but their names are, for this story time, Zay and Bay. Okay, so basically, Bay, she's this girl that sits next to me in my third period, and she's just a quiet girl. She be reading some freaky books though, Icebreaker, those type of books, like, those are the books she be reading. She's like, I guess, mysterious, like, I don't like to use that word, but like, yeah. Because anytime I ask her any questions about her in her like relationship, because she's dating Zay, the guy that actually she used to sit next to, but she had to get moved because they kept on making out in front of the whole class. Mind you, we sit in the front, but she still sits next to her man or whatever. So they have, it's not a far distance. It's like it's just one seat gap in between them, so they can talk perfectly fine together. We were going over some like slides and stuff in that class, and while we were going over the slides, Zay decides to go up and go get the boys' bathroom pass, and like as one would, you go get the boys' bathroom pass if you want to use the bathroom. So he goes to use the bathroom, and a little bit like 15 seconds later, Bay is getting up and she's getting the girls' bathroom pass. Although they literally sit next to me, I wasn't really peeping the fact that like, oh wait, they're both going to the bathroom at the same time. And they're dating. And clearly they're comfortable to do whatever at school if you're giving the whole class a show with your makeout session. So like nobody's really thinking about like, oh wait, they just like low-key, went. My friend was the reason why I low-key peeped the fact that they went. She was like, Janae, blah, blah, blah. But to be honest, I didn't really care because I was just trying to pay attention like I should have been, like they should have been. And also I wasn't really trying to jump to any conclusions, but silly me, I should have. When I get to one of my classes, someone tells me that they were in the bathroom when Zay was in the bathroom, and that might not seem like a problem, but it is. By the way, just to get this clear, this is happening in the boys' bathroom. So Zay comes in and he asks my friend if he can leave because he's about to do something with his girl. What? I'm sorry, but like I'm a little taken aback. Like you're asking somebody that was already in the bathroom to leave so you can do something with your girl. Okay, just okay, I guess. So the person told me this. They said that they left the bathroom and now Zay and Bay are both in the same stall. They're in the bathroom. They alone. But my friend, he obviously was lying. He came back, bro. He came back inside the bathroom just after he left. Because one thing about it, you're not about to tell somebody to get out the bathroom and expect them to actually get out the bathroom, especially when you say all of that. I'm about to do something with my girl. And a few things he heard when he went back in there were said. Of course there was noises. If you put two together, I hope you can assume what Zay and Bay were doing in the stall. But if you haven't, let's just say Zay and Bay were cracking in the bathroom. And before I get anywhere farther, one of the things Zay said to her before, he started doing, he says, sorry, it's small. I'm not blank right now. I'm not going to say it, but I'll put it. I'm going to just let that sink in real quick. So later that day, I go tell my friend about like this new learned information, so I could tell her like that's what they were doing in the bathroom because we were going to ask him like right after like class ended, but we just didn't get the chance. But now with this newfound information, I told her. So next day comes forward, today, I go in the classroom and everyone is talking about it. I came a little bit early, so like majority of the class was there, but like majority of it was talking about it. So I sit down, and mind you, in this class, Zay sits like right in front of me, but everybody's talking about it. By the way, the friend I told this information to was in there. So I'm assuming she told everybody what I said. So now Zay is slowly turning towards me, and he starts staring at me with like the most unsettling face like ever, bro. So now everybody's like trolling him like the whole entire morning for cracking someone in the bathroom. So now skip forward to when I get to my third period or whatever. I don't think they're gonna do it again. Because mind you, they did it in the third period yesterday. Why would they do it today? Especially after how much he got trolled for it. But it seems like he didn't learn his lesson because next thing you know, he's going to reach for the boys' pass and he leaves, and so does And one of the people that wasn't there when everybody was like trolling him like in the morning when I got there, sat next to me, so I was telling her about it. So I told her and she was like, oh wait, I should snitch. And people were telling her not to. But the only reason why she would snitch is because like she doesn't like him, she doesn't like Zay. They already had their own issues like from the beginning of the year and probably prior to that. But she decides not to. But now everybody's curious. Everyone's starting to peep the fact that they're both gone again after what happened yesterday. So somebody goes out there and like they sneak out since the boys' pass is already gone, so they sneak out and go to the bathroom. They basically just saw them in the same stall again. Clearly he didn't learn his lesson. He got away with it yesterday and he probably thought he was gonna get away with it today, but he didn't. The bathroom and our classroom door is literally right next to each other because there's two doors in the classroom. So now everyone is going to get tissues and pretending to blow their nose outside the door because they're trying to see like what's going on. So eventually the teacher gets up because a lot of people are starting to get up, go to the door and try to see what's happening. There's actually people outside the classroom, not from my class, but like other people from other classes, and they were doing classwork outside. So they were like doing the classwork like right next to the bathroom, and those people saw Bay and Zay go into the same boys' bathroom because mind you, Bay is a girl, remember, and Zay is a boy, so it's kind of weird. Like what? I don't know why I said kinda. It is weird. And they start talking about it, and the teacher overhears that, and she's like, what? Because she was already looking for the girls' passing because like they've been gone for like maybe like 2-3 minutes. So the teacher goes into the girls' bathroom and she sees that, Bay's not there, so where could she be? And people were already like saying like stuff like she's in the boys' bathroom, blah blah blah. So now the teacher, she's going into the boys' bathroom to go check. And eventually after, she already peeped the fact that they're both in the same stall. Eventually Zay comes out of this stall and he's like leaned up on like the door. And he looks mad and whatever, as if it's not his fault. Like why are we all what? Bay is literally scared because mind you, she's like the quiet kid. Like she just doesn't look like she's someone that gets in trouble, But remember, she do be reading them freaky books, so maybe she was trying to recreate some of the things she saw in the book. Trying to create Icebreaker too. And since Bay's too scared to come out, the teacher asks one of the students to go call admin, and admin does come, aka the principal. I don't know how he does it, but he ends up making her come out. Now she's leaned up on the lockers, literally crying. A little bit before we even peeped that Bay was crying, Zay came to the door frame, and the principal was trying to like pull him away, because like, I don't know, he was low-key crashing out. He literally started crashing out. He was like,
who ratted me out? Who ratted me out?
Eventually, the principal was able to pull him away, or whatever, and that was the end of that. But for all I know, they're probably suspended now. Well, they should be. But for all I know, they're either suspended or whatever happened to them. Maybe even sent to alternative school. But hopefully it was worth it wanting to clap some cheeks in a public school bathroom. Especially in the grade that we're in, I know nobody should be doing that. Even whatever grade you're in, you should not be doing it in a bathroom. Or especially in our grade at all. Moral of the story, do not be doing the Boombayah in school bathrooms or any type of bathroom. Honestly, that should be common sense though, so it's not even like a moral of the story, that's common sense. But I guess common sense isn't so common, so, gotta let people catch up. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my story time, and bye-bye.